Hello students, I am Krishna Kanjani from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Welcome to the online lecture series on kinematics and theory of machine. In this session, we will learn about our first chapter's topic, inversion of mechanism. This topic is very much important with your exam point of view because inversion of single slider mechanism is asked in examination number of times. Okay, so let's start this session with first definition of inversion of mechanism and then we will study inversion of single slider mechanism. Now, as we are aware that to obtain different mechanism, we have to fix any one link of a kinematic chain. Okay, so if we are fixing any one link of a kinematic chain, then this kinematic chain is termed as a mechanism. Now, then how we can obtain different mechanisms? So if we will fix different link of a kinematic chain, then this fixation of different link will give us different mechanisms. So this process of obtaining different mechanism by fixing different link of a kinematic chain is known as a inversion of mechanism. Okay, in our syllabus we have to study inversion of 4-bar chain mechanism, single slider mechanism and double slider mechanism. Okay, but we will focus on single slider mechanism. Okay, so let's start with inversion of single slider mechanism. Now, to start with inversion, first we have to learn that what is single slider mechanism. So, in definition point of view, we can say that if any mechanism which is containing one sliding pair, then it is known as a single slider mechanism. How we can obtain it? Let's learn it from this diagram. Now, in this diagram, this one, that a frame which is your link number 1. Now we have to fix any one link of a kinematic chain. So let's consider this fixation which is termed as your link number 1. Now this link number 1 is connected with link number 2 which is termed as a crank. Now what is crank? So any component which is able to completely rotate, that component is known as a crank. So over here your link number 2, that is crank, will be completely rotating with respect to your link number 1. Now this crank is connected with link number 3 which is known as a connecting rod. Now function of this connecting rod is to simply transmit the motion from your crank to the link number 4. Okay, now after obtaining the function of connecting rod, now link number 4, that is your slider. Now a slider is a component which is sliding. Okay, so this slider will be sliding with respect to some fixation point or frame point. Okay, so again that is your link number 1. So in this way, in this mechanism, we will have 4 different links. That is your crank, connecting rod, slider and your fixation. Now how they will be working? So let's refer this diagram. So over here you can refer that your fixation, that is your link number 1. Okay, so now over here your fixation is your center point. Similarly over here this red point is indicating your link number 1, that is fixation. Now with respect to this fixation, your crank is rotating completely. This pair is forming one turning pair. Over here you can refer that with respect to this center, your crank is turning, or we can say rotating. So that will form one pair which is known as a turning pair. Okay, similarly now your link number 2 is connected with connecting rod. Over here this rotating component is connected with this component which is oscillating. Okay, so this one is your link number 3 and this will form another turning pair. Now this link number 3 is connected with your slider. Over here it is connected with your this piston. Okay, so this piston and this link, they are also forming one turning pair over here. Okay, so that is your third turning pair. And now your link number 4, that is your slider. Over here in this diagram, that is your piston. Now this piston is reciprocating inside this fixed body which is known as a cylinder. Okay, so over here they are forming one pair which is sliding in nature. Okay, so that's why your fourth pair which is sliding in nature. So that's why in this mechanism we can say that it has 3 turning pair and 1 sliding pair. Okay, now after getting the basic idea of single slider mechanism, now we can obtain different mechanism by fixing different links. Okay, so that is all about inversion of single slider. So over here we have to learn 5 inversion of single slider mechanism. First one, that is pendulum pump. Second one, rotary IC engine. Third one, oscillating cylinder. Fourth one, Crank-and-Slaughter lever quick return motion mechanism, and the fifth one, that is Whitworth quick return motion mechanism. Okay, so let's learn these mechanisms one by one. So the first one, that is pendulum pump. The working will be a kind of motion which is working in a pendulum type of motion. Okay, so the motion in this mechanism will be somewhere you will obtain that it is a forming a pendulum shaped motion. That's why it is termed as a pendulum pump. Okay, another name of this mechanism is bull engine. Okay, so let's find out 4 links of this mechanism. Okay, so the first one, link number 1, that is your piston rod. Okay, so this rod will be reciprocating inside this cylinder. Okay, we have 2 cylinders in this mechanism. So cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. Okay, now this piston rod is reciprocating inside this cylinder 1 and 2. That is your link number 1. Now this link number 1 is connected with link number 2, that is your crank. Over here you can refer that with respect to this point, your component or this link number 2 will be rotating. Okay, so that's why it is termed as link number 2. Now this link number 2 is connected with link number 3, that is your connecting rod, and this connecting rod is connected with piston rod, and this piston rod is accommodated in this cylinder. So that's why your fixation point or your fourth point will be your cylinder. Okay, so now let's refer working of this mechanism. So how it will be working? So over here you can refer that you are providing your motion to this red point, that is your crank link. Okay, now how it will be working? So let's identify one by one. So first your fixation point over here at A. Okay, now with respect to this fixation point, your connecting rod is producing motion, and to produce motion of this connecting rod, you are giving input to this crank. So now as you will give input to this crank, that is your red component, it will try to rotate, and this rotation will produce oscillation of this connecting rod, and this oscillation is producing reciprocating motion of this piston rod. So over here you can refer this your cylinder number 1, cylinder number 2. Now with respect to your cylinders, your piston is reciprocating. Now let's identify pair in this mechanism. So first we have to obtain turning pairs. So over here your link number 1, that is your piston rod. This piston rod will be connected with your crank. So with respect to your piston rod, your crank is rotating, or we can say turning. So that's why link number 1 and 2 is forming one turning pair. Now 2 is connected with link number 3. So 2 and 3 will form another turning pair. Okay, similarly now your connecting rod, that is your link number 3, is connected with your cylinder. Over here you can refer that this link number 3 is fixed with respect to your link number 4, that is your cylinder. So that's why link number 3 and 4 will form one more turning pair. So over here we have 3 turning pair and 1 sliding pair. Now this sliding pair is nothing but the reciprocation of your piston rod inside this cylinder. So that is your link number 1 and 4, that will form one sliding pair. That's why it is known as the first inversion of mechanism. Okay, hand pumps are the best example of this pendulum pump type mechanism, but nowadays hand pumps are obsolete from the day-to-day life. Okay, so that is all about first inversion of single starter mechanism. Now let's refer the second inversion, that is rotary IC engine. Okay, so over here as the name indicate, if the IC engine is itself rotating, then it is known as a rotary IC engine. Now how it is possible? So let's first identify 4 kinematic links. Okay, so over here your cylinder can be termed as your link number 1. Now with respect to this link number 1, your link number 2, that is your fixation or crank. Okay, so let's identify your cylinder is fixed over here, and with respect to this cylinder, your crank, now it is rotating. So if you will try to rotate this crank, then you will also move this connecting rod, that is your link number 4. Okay, so link number 2 is connected with your link number 4, that is your connecting rod over here. Okay, so now this connecting rod is connected with the pistons. So now let's consider a simple working, that I am giving input to this crank. Okay, so now as we will give input to this crank component, now due to rotation of this crank component, your connecting rods will be try to rotate also. Okay, so this rotation will produce reciprocation of your piston inside this cylinder. So now you can refer this working in such a way that you will obtain working in this way. Okay, now over here you can refer that rotation of this crank is producing reciprocation of this piston cylinder assembly. Okay, so this is a basic mechanism. But in rotary IC engine, now these cylinders are not rotating. But if you are fixing your crank, okay, so that is second inversion. In second inversion, we are fixing our crank component. Okay, so what will happen if you will fix this crank component? Now, if you are fixing your crank component, then over there, let's consider over here. So your crank component, this component is fixed. So now this crank is connected with this connecting rod. So now, as you are not moving this fixation point, that is your crank component, now if you will provide charge over here, then due to combustion, this piston has to move inside or outside direction. Now to produce this motion of this piston, now over here your connecting rod has to move in any of the direction, but your crank is fixed, so now it cannot move. So on a counter direction, this connecting rod will apply force or will produce force in opposite direction, that it will produce force on this piston rod, and this piston rod will produce force on this cylinder body. So now what will happen if you will fix this crank component? Now then in reverse manner you can refer this component, then over here you are providing fixation. So now when you will apply charge over here, so due to charge production your force will be applied, and due to that force your cylinder will be rotating itself. Okay, so now this rotation of your all the cylinders, that is producing rotary IC engine. Okay, in ideal design it is containing 6 or 7 cylinders. Okay, now as you can refer, it is very complicated mechanism. So nowadays this type of mechanism is not used, but in ancient times they are used in aeronautical engineering, and particularly in aircrafts they are using this type of rotary IC engine to produce high power and high thrust in aircraft engines. Let's identify turning and sliding pair in this mechanism. So in this mechanism, first of all we can say that all the cylinders are rotating, and these cylinders are rotating with respect to your fixation, that is your crank body. So your link number 1 and link number 2, that is your crank and your cylinders, will form one turning pair. Now this crank is connected with your connecting rod. So with respect to this crank, your connecting rod is also turning. So that is your link number 2 and link number 4, that will form your second turning pair. Now this link number 4, that is your connecting rod, is also turning with respect to this piston body. If you refer this diagram, then over here you can say that your connecting rod is turning with respect to this piston body also. So that will form your third turning pair, that is link number 4 and link number 3. Now the final one, that is sliding pair, that is your cylinder and piston. So link number 1 and link number 3, that is forming sliding pair. So over here you can identify 3 turning pair and 1 sliding pair in this mechanism. Okay, so this is all about second inversion, that is rotary IC engine. Rest of the 3 inversions that we will study in our next session. So that is all about first 2 inversions, that is pendulum pump and rotary IC engine of a single slider mechanism. Thank you.